Hello and welcome to Shopping East Tennessee on WTMB. Joe Palo once again at a wonderful place. And you know, folks, we go to places sometimes. We go to a place that's a beautiful place, some place that's a fun place. Well, today we're at a delicious place. We're at Papa Murphy's Take and Bake Pizza, located at 120 Stewart Road, right here in the farmland corner. And delicious pizza, folks, now open, new to the area. And we're standing here with the owner of Papa Murphy's, Chip Baldwin. And Chip, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks for coming in, Joe. We appreciate you taking the time to come in.
I'll tell you what, buddy, this is, of course, my wife and I have already had it a couple of times. This is wonderful pizza, and I know everybody that comes through that gets one has probably told you that. Let's talk about the Take and Bake experience at Papa Murphy's. I believe the Take and Bake concept originated on the West Coast back in 1981.
Correct.
And it was Papa Murphy's that did it.
Well, it was a combination of two different restaurants that then became Papa Murphy's.
Okay.
It was Murphy's Pizza and Papa Aldo's that combined and started Papa Murphy's, like you said, back in 1981. And it's been a growing concept ever since.
And a wonderful concept, wonderful pizza. Let's take us through the steps. I know people are starting to see some footage here of the pizzas being made. What do you folks do to make the pizza taste so unbelievably great?
Honestly, it's a combination of things. We start with fresh flour that we make all the dough here in our store, and it's a blend that Papa Murphy's has put together exclusively for Take and Bake. It's not put together to be made in an oven at 600 degrees for 5 minutes like a lot of our competitors do. This flour creates a dough that can be made in your own small little oven at home at 425. So between the preparation of the flour, the fresh ingredients with the vegetables that we slice here every day, and the fact that our meats come refrigerated, not frozen. There's nothing in the store that comes frozen ever. Everything is fresh, from the meats to the sauces to the vegetables to the cheese. We shred all our own cheese here as well, which gives it a little bit better flavor if it's shred and then used within 3 days versus having it shred somewhere else, packaged, and then sent to us. So a combination of all those things is what I feel makes this a very unique pizza, a very unique taste. And I first had the product 8 years ago when I lived in a different part of the country, and I loved it so much that here I am today in Cleveland, Tennessee, having my own Papa Murphy's franchise.
Well, I'll tell you, and for the folks that have tried it, they know what we're talking about. Those of you that haven't, you need to come in and check this out. I promise you, you will come back. Papa Murphy's Pizza not only is fresh ingredients and made fresh, but it's just absolutely delicious. And, the stuffed pizza, and I don't know if you guys ever have weighed one, but what does one of those things weigh? It's huge.
The stuffed pizza, actually, we have weighed them, different menu items. The family-size stuffed pizzas are actually approaching 5 pounds. And the larges, not to make them any smaller, they're probably 3.5 pounds. So for the price, you're getting a lot of pizza. And from the stuffed pizzas, and if that's not your cup of tea, we've got everything down to the delights, which is the crust is literally so thin we have to almost limit the amount of product that we put on, because when you pick that up, if there's a ton of product on it, it can snap the crust. It's so thin. So, and that's my personal favorite, is the delight. Yeah, my wife likes the thin crust as well. And I guess the folks need to know now, as far as not so much the delight, but just the thickness of the crust is based on, I guess, the temperature that it is before you cook it. Right. Since we make all of our own dough here and we add the yeast to it here on site, you can control a small amount of how thick your pizza is going to come out, depending upon how much you let the dough sit at room temperature. Right. Because the warmer it is, the more it's closer to room temperature, the more the yeast is going to react, which is going to make it a little bit of a thicker, thicker crust when the product comes out. For example, a batch of our Delight dough only has 2 ounces of yeast, whereas a batch of our regular dough has 5 ounces of yeast. Okay. So the more yeast, obviously, the thicker the crust is going to be. And the Delight dough is a different blend of flours as well. But you can control it a little bit. We always recommend that people cook our pizzas when they are at room temperature. So if you take it from the store, take it home, if it takes you 15 minutes to get home, 15 minutes for your oven to heat up, you're ready to go. And if you come by in the afternoons and pick it up and take it home and put it in the refrigerator, all you have to do is pull it out of the oven pull it out of the refrigerator about 30 minutes before you're going to cook it, and you'll always get a very consistent dough. And so that's why when people come in, I let them know, if you're going to take this home and put it in the fridge, you don't want to pull it right out and stick it right in the oven.
Right.
Because the center of your pizza won't get cooked as well as the outside. Right. And it'll be a little bit doughy. And honestly, folks, if anybody takes it home and makes that mistake, just bring it back in. I'll replace it. I want everybody to have a good pizza every time they come out of here.
Now see, money back guarantee. If it's not cooked well enough, you bring it back, you give you another one. Well, I think the thing that's exciting about it for folks that are watching is, a lot of pizza chains people will go to and they'll call it in and, do you want to be when do you want it? Order it now, let's get it now. And then people go pick it up, and then by the time you get it home, it's already been cooked for a little bit, waiting, and then you get it and you take it home, or they bring it, it's already been cooked, and then they bring it, and then maybe somebody's got to run somewhere real quick, or somebody's not home from school yet or practice, and the pizza just sits. Papa Murphy's Pizza is ready when you are. So you can order the pizza, pick it up, and you may have it at your house an hour or so before you decide to cook it, because you don't have everybody there that's getting ready to eat it. So it's a great concept and a great way for you to have a home-baked pizza right in your own oven.
Right, and it's, what I say is that sometimes life gets in the way. You have every plan to eat at 6 o'clock, and you pick it up and you have it ready, and you get home, and then something always comes up. Yeah. Somebody's late getting home. There was, traffic was bad. Homework's not done. Whatever the case may be, with Papa Murphy's Pizza, you know that you're going to be eating 15 minutes from whenever you stick it in the oven. Right. 25 if it's a stuffed pizza. And that's one of the things that my wife and I loved about it. With both of us working hectic lives, you never know. You can you can go get it, and by the time that you drive home with it, it's not as hot as it should be. Then if you try to heat it in the microwave, then you're bothering the consistency. Everyone knows that if you microwave pizza, it's not really the same. Or you try to stick it back in the oven and get it hot, but again, it's been cooked once, and now you're trying to reheat it, and never comes out as good as the first time around. So the take and bake revolution is what Papa Murphy's calls it. We're hoping that everybody, will come by, try our pizza. And you mentioned before, I've had a lot of customers already coming back in 2, 3, 4 times. I've had customers calling me an hour after they picked up a pizza saying, I just had your pizza. It's the best that we've had. You are my new pizza place. And all this is, I tell people as they walk out the door, if you like it, tell a friend. If you don't like it, come back and tell me. Tell me why you don't like it, because honestly, everything is so fresh, and nobody's come back and said they don't like it.
No, they would.
Honestly.
And the great thing about it is, obviously we're talking about families, but you also, for lack of a better phrase, cater to churches, school groups, tell us a little bit about that and how folks watching that may be involved in the church or with a school can get in touch with you.
Well, the number here is 472-5258. You can call and talk to me. I'm pretty much here all the time for right now. What Joe was mentioning is that if you've got a function or a church group, like a Sunday night or a Wednesday night church group, and you've got the ovens to cook the pizzas, it's I'll be happy to bring these to you. We don't deliver, but for something that we're going to bring out a number of pizzas to an organization. I've already talked with and set up an arrangement with the Bowling Factory, which is just north of here, that we're going to be the suppliers of their pizzas at the Bowling Factory. So that's just the first, and then church groups, daycare centers, private schools, any place that has serves food. A lot of places have a pizza night or something like that. Consider giving Papa Murphy's a chance. I guarantee that your congregation or your kids or whomever will enjoy it. It'll be fresh. It'll be hot. And if you need nutritional guides for any of the schools, I know I've talked to some daycare centers, and they've all made reference to, we've got to know the nutritional guides because of the state regulations. I can supply those to you, no problem. I'm happy to do it. I'm proud of the product that I serve.
Oh, and trust me, it is absolutely delicious. Now, we've got all different styles of pizzas, different kinds, and I know you make them however the folks want. If they want a pizza that has half this, half that, or a quarter this, 3/4 that, you folks will make it that way.
Anything, a lot of people call it the Subway of pizzas. So, you know, a lot more people around here are familiar with Subway.
Sure.
And you're exactly right. You can come in, you can do a half and half. I've done thirds. I've done, you know, where someone says, oh, well, not so much of that there and more of that there. You know, it's customizable to where it's your pizza.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that we have a menu, we stick to it, and boom, you know, we make it, here it is. You come in, and honestly, I had a lady yesterday, she said, I want a little pepperoni. So I put about half I normally, she goes, no, a little bit more, or, you know, a little bit more over there, but over here, a little bit less. And it's beautiful that we can do that. Right. And at the same time, if you get it home, and all of a sudden you're like, I really like anchovies on my side. And I don't serve anchovies here, there's just not enough of a demand for it. But you can add things to your pizzas. Now, I want you to add them here, obviously, but if you get home and there's something that you forgot to put on, or something you're like, I want to try that on a pizza. That's another beauty of the concept, is that you can add whatever you want at home. You don't necessarily have to get it here. You can get it at home, you know, add, if you don't like the type of salami that I have and you've got something different, or if you want chorizo on your on your pizza, you can add it at home. So again, extremely customizable and always fresh.
And I think that the thing too is that you see the pizza being made right in front of you, and then of course when the pizza's done, it's not like you just carry a pizza out with all the ingredients and they're falling off the pizza as you walk out. It's shrink wrapped with instructions on exactly how to cook it.
Right. The instructions are as simple. You know, Papa Murphy's has made it as simple as we can make it. Honestly, we tell you the degrees. We give you the tray to cook it on, so you don't have to use a cooking sheet or a pizza stone. You cook it right on the tray that we give to you. The instructions are there for the different styles of pizzas, the time that we cook them, and we even tell you, we tell our customers that you want to check it before it's actually completely done, because we do make our own crust, we make our own dough, and sometimes we don't get the air bubbles out. So again, it's not a cookie cutter type thing. It's always a little bit different in that regard, is that you may have a bubble come up, but the ingredients, everything on the menus itself, and then on the back of it, you've got a menu. So the next time you come in, you already can look at that and know what you want to do. You can call ahead. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. You can always call ahead, and we'll have it ready for you. And there may be times that we actually don't make it right in front of you. If we've got a sale going on, something that's really popular, we will try to make them ahead of time.
Right.
But again, they're all made the same way. Every pizza that you get out of my store, whether we make it ahead of time, you watch it, you come in and order it when you walk in, or call ahead, it will be consistent every single time.
Yeah, it will.
So.
And you mentioned cookie cutter, and no pun intended, but you also have a chocolate chip cookie dough.
Right.
That's kind of like a little side for that sweetness.
Right.
And some folks can come in there and get some of that as well?
Absolutely. The cookies are delicious, and in all honesty, the dough itself is delicious. It's made without eggs, so you can eat it as raw cookie dough. In addition to the cookie dough, we've got s'mores pizza, which is just what it sounds like. It's chocolate chips, marshmallows, and graham cracker crust made into a pizza. We've got cheesy bread, which is our version of a garlic bread, and that comes with a marinara sauce. And we've also got a cinnamon wheel, which is a cinnamon sugar butter on a pizza crust that is served with a cream cheese frosting. And a lot of my employees say that it's good with coffee the next morning.
To die for.
So yeah, come out and give us a try. We've got drinks, we've got salads. Our salads are $4. They're big salads. I hear a lot of people when they buy them, they say they're just going to split them because they are. It's more than a meal. If you don't like pizza, but a little more weight conscious or on a diet, getting ready for summer, there's always something here at Papa Murphy's.
And it's always, always good. Well, Chip, thank you for being with us today and talking to us about Papa Murphy's Take and Bake Pizza. Again, located 120 Stewart Road in the Farmland Corner. Phone number 472-5258.
Right.
Thank you so much.
And one last thing, we do take all major credit cards, and we will be accepting the SNAP card because it's an uncooked product. It's just like going to the grocery store.
Terrific.
You know, come talk to me for any school functions, any church functions. If your business sells food and you would like to use our product rather than going out and getting all the ingredients and making it yourself, just give me a call. If I'm not here today, I'll be here tomorrow, guaranteed.
All right, folks, you heard about it. Papa Murphy's Pizza, Stewart Road, Farmland Corner. For Shopping East Tennessee on WTMB, I'm Joe Palo.